Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video tutorial, I will show you how to create a CRUD operation creating, reading, updating and delete functionality in Django web. Now let's check the final output. Add student record. It redirects to the create page. Now let's add the student name. I'm adding the student name Rani r@gmail.com. Our address is 123 and Delhi, and the mobile number is 34567, and she is female. Let's insert the record. So here we got a message, the record Ronnie is saved successfully. Let's go to home page. So here we got the Ronnie details. And notice the student ID 2 we are deleted just before to insert this record. Now let's check in our database also. I'm reloading the browser. So here the object 3, which is Rani. Now let's edit the Rani details. Click edit, and the student name I am adding Rani Kumari, and she's now shifted to Bangalore. Click update student record, and here we got a message, the student record is updated successfully. Go to home page. Notice here the student name Rani Kumari, and the address has been changed from Delhi to Bangalore. Let's check in our database also. Click object 3. See here, Rani Kumari 123 Bangalore. Now let's delete the Rani Kumari also. Delete. We got a message, are you sure you want to delete? If I don't want to delete, click cancel. So it's not deleting. Now let's delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, okay. The Rani has been deleted successfully. Now let's check. I'm reloading the browser. And notice the ID 3 does not exist. Perhaps it was deleted. Let's browse this table. Right now we have only one object, which is Charan. Let's delete the Charan details also. Delete. Okay. And the Charan record has been deleted successfully. Right now this student table contains 0 rows. Now when I reload this browser, notice here we got 0. That's it. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. Before creating a new Django web application, first we'll create a new folder in local disk D drive. Right click the mouse, select new, and I'm selecting folder, and the folder name is CRUD Operation is a folder name. Let's browse this folder. Right now this folder contains empty. Now let's create a new Django web application in this folder. I'm using Visual Studio Code to create the Django web application. First we'll add the project folder which we have created. Let's open file and then open folder. The folder I have created in this local disk D drive, and the folder name is CRUD Operation. Let's select that one and click the button select folder. And here the folder is added to our Explorer panel. At the right side we got the welcome page. Let's close this welcome page, and this folder contains empty right now. Let's add a new Django web application in this folder. For that, go to view and select terminal. And here we got the terminal, which is nothing but a command prompt, and you notice the path is D drive, and this is our folder CRUD Operation. Let's create a new Django web application, Django -admin start project, and the project name is CRUD. Enter. CRUD is my project name, and here the application is created successfully in this folder. And notice in this folder there is a subfolder and one manage.py. Let me expand this subfolder. In this subfolder there is some default Python files like settings.py, URLs. All these files and folders has been created automatically when I create this Django application. So after creating the application, the next step, let's run the server to check this application is working properly or not on the browser. So to run the application, first we require to add this application name to our path. So cd change directory, CRUD is my application name. After that, to run the server, we need to add python manage.py. This manage.py I am adding here, and run server. Enter. And after I run the project, notice we don't have any issues in our project, but we have some 17 unapplied migrations. Your project may not work properly until we need to migrate these 17 applications into and below that we got the web URL link. Control plus click, mouse click. And here we got the output of our project. The application is working successfully on the browser. This is a default home page of our project. Now my next step is, let's browse the admin/admin. Enter. And here we got our admin page, which contains some username and password with login button. Now we require the username and password to log in the administration panel. So let's create the new user and password details. Switch to the coding part. Now what I'll do is Control C. Let's come out from this server. Here to create the user, let's use python manage.py create super user. Enter. Oops, here first we have to migrate these 17 migrations. Let's upload the 17 migrations. Python manage.py migrate. Enter. Now after 17 migrations we have applied for our project. Now let's create a super user. Python manage.py create super user. Enter. See, now it's prompting our username. Here my username I'm giving Charan. Enter. The email ID is charan@gmail.com and the password is charan123. Enter. Again the password is also 123, charan123. Enter. And here we got some small warning here. The password is too similar to the username. Just for the demo purpose I have given this password. Let's bypass this password validation. Click Y for S. And here we got a message, super user created successfully. After that, let's run the server. Enter. After we rerun the server, notice we don't got any warnings here. The 17 migrations we have applied to our project and the 0 issues. This is our web server. Let's reload the browser. Reloading the browser. The username is all capital small letters, Charan123. Enter. And see, here we got successfully logged into with my Charan details. Here the groups and users. Let me open this users and see here. And here we got the user details. The username is Charan. The email address we have entered charan@gmail.com. Now let's migrate our table, the new table, into this administration panel. Switch to the coding part. Control C to add the models to our administration panel. In the project, notice the subfolder, right click that one, click new file, create the file name is a models.py, enter, and this models page contains a class with some properties. Before that, let's import a class from Django.db import models. After that, let's define a class, and the class name is CRUD ex example. Let's give the st is a student class, and model is m is capital here, model colon. Now in this class we'll just define the properties. First one is the student name is equals to models dot char field, the data type f is capital field, and I'm giving the length, max length is equals to 100. Let's copy that one, and this one is the student email. Let's add st email and student address. Let's remove this student name. Student address, and let's give the student mobile. This is the integer field dot integer field. I'm not adding any length here, and the student gender is equals to models dot char field, and max length is equals to, and here if you notice the char field for the student gender is 1 maximum length. So I want to insert, if the student is male, I want to insert m for male, or if the student is female, I want to enter only f for female. So let's save this file, save all. After that, we need to register the models in the admin. So again, I click the subfolder, click new file, admin.py, enter, and here we got the admin.py. Now in this admin.py, we need to call our models and the fields which are our properties. In this, these are the fields. So first let's import the class Django.contrib import admin. After that, from this models page is in the CRUD folder dot models import. From this models page, I'm importing the class name CRUD st. Then let's register admin dot site dot register. In the register, I'm adding my class name. So in this class we got the model, so I'm registering this model, and that's it. Let's save this file. And the most important, in the settings.py, we need to install our application name. Come to the bottom, notice here the install underscore apps between single quotes. Let's add our application name, which is CRUD. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Now again, let's run the server, run server. Now switch to the home page, See here we got, see here the project is, see here the model is added successfully. If I click add, here I can enter the new student details. But one thing notice, switch back to home. If I click this model name, click, see here we got an error, operational error, no such table for this model. The reason we have not added any table, so let's create the table. Ctrl C. To create the table, Python manage.py, migrate run again sync db. Let's enter. It creates a table. See here, it's creating the tables of this model. CRUD underscore is our table name. Now let's run the server. Now after I run the server, I can switch back to the browser. Now let's check if I reload the browser. See here the table is created. Right now we don't have any objects here. So I can switch back to home. When I click this model, so it's working properly. Now the next step, let's implement the CRUD functionality, creating, reading, update and delete. So first we'll create a new record. Switch to the, let's come out from the server, Ctrl C. Now let's create a new folder to our project, which is the templates, which contains all the HTML pages. I'm selecting the root folder, which is a CRUD application name. Select new folder, and the folder name is the templates. Enter, and here we got the templates folder. Now let's add HTML files. And right click the templates folder, click new file. Click new file is the index.html. And here we got the index.html, and this index.html is our home page, which contains to display the records and with some links. Insert new records, edit and delete record. The links will be available in this index.html page. So let's add doc type. I'm closing the HTML tag. Inside the HTML, I'm adding the header section. In the header section, I'm adding the title. This is index page. This is index page. After the heading section, I'm adding the body tag. Inside the body, center tag. In the center tag, let's add the h1. How to create CRUD operation, h2 Django web framework, horizontal line. Now after the horizontal line, I am adding a simple table element, and this table element with a border is equals to 1, and tr table headers. One is the student ID, table headers, student name, and next header student. Now models, email address, mobile, email address, mobile, and the last one is the gender. After that, let's close this tr. Now let's add another tr to display the table data, the records in this table, and those records we are getting from the database. So right now we don't have any records in our table, so just for a moment leave it like that. Let's save this HTML file, index.html file. Now let's create the HTML page. Right click the again templates folder, click new file, and the file name is create.html, enter. And here we got the create.html. Now let's add the doc type. I'm closing the HTML tag. I'm closing the HTML tag, and inside the HTML tag again I'm adding the header section, and the header section I'm adding the title. Create record is the title. Record. After the header section I'm adding the body tags. Inside the bodies I'm adding a center tag. In the center tag I'm adding the table with border 1. What I'm doing here, let's add new student record. This one I'm adding with h3 tags. Let's close this h3. After that I'm adding horizontal line. tr. The tr I'm adding the tds. The first td is the student name. Next td. To enter the student details we require one HTML box, so I'm adding the input type. Type is equals to text. Placeholder is student name, and another property we have, the name is equals to. Here the name is very important. The name I'm adding the st name. Copy that one. The create. The name I'm adding. Let's copy this on tr. For this student email, this one is student email. Copy that one. Not it's HTML. Change the placeholder email. Copy this one, paste here. This one is address, and this one is the mobile. Let's copy this address, copy this one, student address, change the placeholder address, add, and here is the address. This one is a mobile. Mobile number. And the name is student mobile. Copy this one, paste here, and the last one tr input type is equals to radio. The value of the radio is male, and I require the name is equals to, here the name is student gender, and we require the group is equals to student gender, male. Let's copy this one, change the label female, and this one is the F, the value I want to store. If she is a female, I want to enter the value F. And after the table, I am adding on simple button control. The type is equals to submit, and the value of the button element is insert record. Let's close that one. And after that, the coding part to insert the records. So right click the subfolder, click new file, and the file name is views.py, enter. And here we got the views.py. Before enter the coding part, first we'll add the necessary classes. We'll import the necessary classes from Django.shortcuts, import render class. After the render, next from Django and the next class I'm importing from this models page and this model page is in our application. So our application name models import. Our class name in the models is CRUD st. Copy that one and paste here. Then let's define the function def student insert request colon. So if request dot method double equals to, I'm posting the data colon. So what values we are posting? The values we are getting from this create page. So these values from this name. So first copy this one, name, student name, from the text box element. Switch to views again. If request dot post dot get method, in the get method between single quotes I am adding that property name value here. And let's copy this one. First one is the student name, and the second one is the student email. Copy that one, student email, and student address. Copy that one, paste here. Student mobile, copy that one, paste here. And the last one we require student gender, the name also student gender. Copy that one and paste here. Here I don't require and I'm adding colon. Now after that, let's define the object save st student is equals to save st is a student, and I'm adding the class name of the model Now let's add the properties from the class. Save st dot student name is equals to, I'm adding this post.get method here. Save st dot student email is equals to this one. I'm adding, copy this one and paste here. Save st dot student address is equals to, this is the student address, copy that one and paste here. Save st dot, we require the mobile, copy this one. First let's add the student mobile is equals to student mobile. Save st dot student gender is equals to, let's add this one, student gender, copy that one and paste here. After that, let's save st dot save method. I'm saving all the records what we have entered in the text box control. Once the record is saved successfully, I want to display the message. So for that I required one more class from CRUD, not CRUD, Django. Django.contrib import messages, the class name, and messages dot success method. The success method takes first one is a request and the record plus plus. I'm adding the student name here between this plus plus, again double quotes, I'm giving some gap, is saved successfully. Then this function return render, I want to render the index.create.html page. So here the request create.html, then else part, else return, and adding this same method here, render. That's it. Let's save this file. Save all. After we saving this insert, next we need to configure the URL patterns. For that, open urls.py. If you notice, in the urls.patterns is a default path. Now to add our own paths from the paths we are getting from the views page, so dot import views, this page I am adding here. From this view pages I am adding paths between single quotes. First one views dot this one student insert, copy that one, student insert. Here what I'm doing is a create, is the URL name, and name is equals to, between double quotes I'm adding our function name insert, and I require to display the records also, which is our default home page. So views dot, let's add the code to display the records, def student display request colon Let's declare a variable results is equals to the objects we are getting from this class CRUD dot objects dot all method. I want to display all the records from this model. We don't require any semicolon here. Now this function also returns, so return render request comma, I'm requesting now index.html here, index.html comma, and the objects we are getting from this variable, so I'm adding the dictionary between curly braces, double quotes. The dictionary contains a key and values. Here the key is our class name and the value is getting from this results. So copy that one and paste here. And let's copy this function name and add in the urls.py. That's it. Now let's save this file, save all. Now what I'm doing, open create.html. Now the most important step is we need to put this table in the form tag because we are posting the data. The form method is post, not from, it's form. Form method is equals to post, and I'm closing this form tag. After the table, after the button control, I'm adding, and here one important step is I'm adding CSRF underscore token. In Django applications, when we are posting any data, we need to send securely. So CSRF underscore token, it secures our data from the hackers. So if you don't add this line CSRF underscore token, you'll get an error. So make sure add this line. Now the condition, if you check in the views and the student insert method, I want to display the message when the record is inserted successfully into a table. I want to display this message. So this message we are getting from this messages class. So go to again create.html. After the button control, I'm adding another horizontal line, and here between curly braces percentage if messages percentage let's, and if close the if condition with end if, and also we require for loop also percentage for result is an object in the data we are getting from these messages. Let's close the for loop and for. Now to display the records percentage double curly braces, I want to add bold tag. In this bold tag, copy this one and paste here. Result, this result variable I'm adding here, and I want to say this bold color style is equals to color colon green. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Up to now we have finished it to insert the records. Now to display the records, open index.html. The index.html, we already written the code here, student display. Now let's close this one. So go to index.html. Now let's add the for loop, curly braces percentage for display student st is an object in, I'm adding the class name from the model. Copy this one, index.html, and I'm closing for loop with end file. Now the tr, let's add the td, table data is between double curly braces, display student dot id. Id is the auto generated column, is the student id numbers. The next column, curly braces, double curly braces, display student dot. Let's add these model names. Student name, td, display st dot, student email, td, display st dot, student address, td. Here we require one more curly bracket here, double curly braces, display st dot. After the address we got the student mobile, copy that one, paste here. Here also student mobile, td, double curly braces, display st dot, student gender, copy this one, index.html, paste here. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Now the most important step, to run our templates, we need to add one settings. Open settings of py. In the settings of py, come to the bottom. Notice here the template section, there is a dirs object here, attribute. In this attribute, let's os.path.join method. In the join method, I'm joining the template with the base directory, comma, between single quotes I'm adding our templates folder name here, templates. Save this file. That's it. Now let's run the server. Oops, here I forgot to add. We require the href is equals to between href is equals to between curly braces percentage URL. Here I'm adding the link. Go to URLs. I require the student insert. Copy this one and index.html, student insert. Let's close this one. Extra flag, add student record is the label of this href line. And also in the create.html, after the button control to display the message, let's copy this one. I am adding one more href link here. Copy this one, paste here. Instead of st insert, I'm adding go to URLs. Name is equals to student display. Copy this one and paste here. Create.html student display. That's it. Let's save this file. Save all. I'm saving all the files of our project. Now let's run the server. Enter. Oops, here we got an error. The invalid syntax. Let's check in the errors. We forgot to add comma, I think so. Yeah. So make sure you give commas here. Let's save this file. Save all. So after we run the server, we don't have any issues in our application. And so after I reload the server, now look here, the view site. I'm opening in a new tab. Right click the mouse. Let's open our site. Open link in a new tab. See, here we got the index page. Right now we don't have any records of the student. Let's add student record. Add student record. Yeah. And here we got the create view page. And here the male and female we got at the top. Let's check and fix that one. Go to create.html. What went wrong here? We forgot to add TDs here. So let's add the TD. Close this TD here. Now let's save this file. Save all. Now I'm reloading the browser. This create page. Now here we got the male and female. Now let's enter the student name Charan. Student email is charan@gmail.com, and the address is some 1234 Hyderabad, India, and the mobile number is 12345. The mail insert record. See, here we got a message, the record Charan is saved successfully. And now let's switch to the home page. So here we got the student details. Again we forgot to add here. Let's fix that one. And the index.html. See here, we're not adding double curly brackets here. And in the create.html, this TD is gender, and let's change this home page. Save this file. Let's save all the files. Create index.html and create HTML. Now switch back to the coding part. I'm reloading the browser. Now let's add another student record. Add student record. So now we got the perfect look for the table. Now this time I'm adding the Peter pet@gmail.com, and the address is 1234 USA something. The mobile number is 3456, and his gender is male. Click insert record. So here we got the message, the record Peter is saved successfully. Let's go to home page. So here we got the Peter details. Now we'll check these records are added successfully into our database or not. Right now it contains 0 objects. Now I'm reloading the browser. See, here we got 2 objects. The object 1, which is a Charan student details. See here the Charan details. And again switch back to the object page, and this is the object is Peter. See, here we got the Peter. For example, if you change anything here, instead of USA, I'm adding New Zealand. Let's save the record. Record has been saved successfully. Now, notice here the Peter details. Right now it's USA. The address is USA for Peter. Now I'm reloading the page. Notice here we got the New Zealand. Now let's add another column to edit and delete records. Switch to the coding part. Now come out from the server, Ctrl C. Now after exit from the server, now switch over to the index.html, which is our home page to our browser, to our website. And now let's add the another two columns for this table. TD, this TD contains href is equals to percentage, and I'm closing the href, and this href name is edit. Let's copy this one and save, and second href link is for the delete a record, delete. Now let's save this file, save all. Now before adding the edit and update and delete functionality, first let's run the server. We'll check these columns are added to the table or not. I'm rerunning the server. I'm reloading the browser. See, here we got the edit and delete links are added to our table. Now the next step is when I use a particular edit for a student name, student details, it redirects to the edit page where I can update the record. So let's add the coding part. So what I'm doing, the templates, I click the mouse, new file, and the file name is edit.html, enter. Here we got the edit.html. Now first we'll add the code to fetch the records of the particular employee student record. Def student edit the request, comma, and the second parameter I'm adding the ID. The ID is I want to get the selected ID of the student details. So column here, get student details is an object is equals to, let's add the class name from the models dot objects dot get method id is equals to id. Then this function return render, I'm rendering request, comma, between single quotes I'm adding this edit.html, comma, between double quotes, between curly braces, double quotes, I'm adding the dictionary. The first one is the class name, which is a key. Key is here is a class name, and the value is the object get student details. Copy that one and paste here. That's it. It's a very simple code to fetch a particular employee details. That's it. It's a very simple step to get a particular student details. Let's save this file, save all. After that, we need to configure the URLs, open urls.py. Here we need to add comma here. Path, within single quotes I'm adding edit. The page we are getting from the use dot. Let's add the function name. The function name is stedit. Copy that one and paste here. And comma name is equals to, I'm giving the student edit the name, and here is very important, the path after the edit / I'm adding based on the student ID. So integer type colon ID. That's it. Let's save this file, save all, and now switch to the index.html. In the index.html, in the href, I'm adding /. Here I'm getting the URLs is, this is the edit /, copy this one, edit / index.html here. The ID, the student ID, here is the ID value we are getting from, copy this one and paste here. That's it. We have configured the href also, the URL, and let's save this file, save all. Now in the edit.html, I want to display the particular student details. So again, doc type, I'm closing the HTML tag. Inside the HTML, I'm adding the header section. The title is the title, edit page, edit and update page, and body tag. After the header section, I'm adding the body tag. Inside the body, I'm adding the center tag. Then I'm adding the h1, edit and update student. It's a student details, student record, and I'm adding horizontal line. After the horizontal line, I'm adding the table element, table border is equals to 1. I'm closing the table element, tr, td. The first td I'm adding is student name. So here what I'm doing, h2, the student ID is between curly brackets. I'm adding double curly brackets. The ID we are getting from our class name. This is the object name, edit.html .id, and after that I want to display the student details. I'm adding input element, input type is equals to text, and value, the value is again double curly brackets, the class name of the model dot, and the parameters st name, surname, again td, and again td, email, td. Let's copy this one, copy it, email, models, student email, copy this one, student email, cd, address, cd, input type is equals to text, and the value, let's copy this one, paste here. Instead of HTML, here the property name is student address, st address. Let's close the text box control. Let's copy this one. This is for mobile number and gender. This is the mobile. Instead of student address, I'm adding student mobile, the property name, and here the address, and the address is the gender, and the gender property is the st gender. Copy this one and paste here. That's it. And now here, after the table, I'm adding one input type is equals to submit, and the value is equals to update student record. Let's close the button control, and also I'm adding one href link to go to home page. href is go to create, copy this one, this is home page, edit.html, and pasting here. Let's add one pipe symbol. That's it. Let's save this file, save all, and now Control C. I'm running the server. After I run the server, I'm reloading the browser. Now after I reload the browser, now let's edit. When I click edit Charan, see here it redirects to the edit page, and here we got the student Charan details. Let's go to home page again. So here I'm adding the TRs we forgot here. Let's close this TR here. TR. I'm closing this TR here, and another TR. Close this TR. New TR. I'm closing this table row here, and TR. I don't require this TR here because it's closed here. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Sorry for that, in this video I'm not showing properly how to designing the tables, the designing part, because this video is too lengthy. Now I'm reloading the browser. After I reload the browser, now click edit. See here we got the Charan details. The student ID is 1, which is Charan. Let's go to home page, edit. It redirects to the student ID 2, which is a Peter. Now here I can change the student record. For example, if I want to change the student ID Peter mobile number, instead of 3456, I am adding some random number, and when I click update student record, I want to update the student details. So let's add the update functionality. Switch to the coding part. Let's come out from the server, Control C. Now here, when we want to update a particular student details, we require one forms.py page. So again, go to the subfolder, the project subfolder, not the top one. I'm selecting the top subfolder, project subfolder, right click the mouse, click new file, and here the forms.py, enter. And here we got the forms.py. Here from Django import from, I'm importing the class forms from the Django. Then I require the objects of this model, these objects, the field names. Where is the forms here? This is the forms here. From CRUD.models import, I'm adding the class name of this model, which is a CRUD st. After that, class student form. Now in the student form, I'm adding forms dot model form colon. I'm adding another class, which is a meta class colon. In this meta class, I'm defining the model. Our model name is CRUD st. So here the model is equals to CRUD st, and I require the fields also. Fields, fields is equals to this one is a small m model between double quotes underscore double underscore. I'm getting all fields, again double underscore. That's it. Let's save this file. Save all. Now let's add the coding part to update the record. Go to views again. And this function, let's create a new function in this views page. And def student update request comma, so request comma id colon, and I'm declaring a variable like student update is equals to get the particular employee to get the particular student details. We require this one. So this is our models class name dot objects dot get id is equals to id. Then we need to import the class name also in this views page. So here from CRUD dot forms import, in the forms page, let's add the class name, which is a student st form. Go to views.py. Let's add that one. After that, the variable form is equals to, I'm adding the class name of the student forms, which is a student forms. So now updating the record, this st form class takes two parameters. One is a request dot post comma, and the second one is an instance is equals to a student update. If form dot is underscore valid is a method colon, if the form is valid, I want to save form.save method. Then after save the records, I want to display the message. So for that I am using messages.success method. The student record is updated successfully. Then this function return render request comma edit.html. the edit.html page, this page I want to render after update the record successfully. And then the update records we are getting from the student update. So for that I'm using the dictionary between curly braces, between double quotes. I'm adding my class name of the model class name is CRUD colon the student update. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. Now the next step, we need to configure the URL also. The urls.py. So copy this one, paste here. This one, instead of edit, I'm adding an update. Views dot, let's add the function name. The function name is a st update. Copy that one, and here, and the name also st update. Now let's copy this update. Open edit.html. Come to the bottom here. When I submit the record, the form tags here, I need to implement the form. Method is equals to post. Method is equals to post. And the second attribute is the action is equals to between double quotes / the update, the record we are getting from this one, the student ID. Then let's close the from tag. I'm closing this from tag after the home page. Oh, here the center spelling is wrong here. CNTR, center. And this one also CNTR, center. And we are posting the data, so we require the curly brackets percentage CSRF underscore token. That's it. That's it. Let's save this file. Save all. I'm saving all the files in this project. Now after that, the most important step here, I forgot to add the property name is equals to the name, the model name, the property names I'm adding here. Name is equals to student email. Copy this one. These are the values we are adding from the text box control. And name is equals to student address. Copy this one, paste here. And name is equals to student mobile. Copy this one, paste here. And the name is equals to student gender. That's it. Now let's save this file. Save all. After that, once the record is updated successfully, I want to display the message. This message I want to display. Here we put comma here. So let's add the messages also. Come to the bottom. After the home page, I'm adding horizontal line, curly brackets, percentage, if messages, I'm closing and if, and I require the for loop also, double percentage, for loop, result in messages, and I'm closing for loop with and for, then the message, I'm adding results between these curly brackets, double curly brackets, this object I'm adding. That's it. Let's save this file, save all, I'm saving all the files, and let's check again once the URLs also. That's it. And let's check again the URLs also, the path, this update path, student update, here we put the comma. That's it. Let's save this file, save all. After we run the server, we don't have any issues. Now let's reload the browser. After I reload the browser, now let's edit the Peter details. Click edit. See, now we got the table at the center. Now I want to change the Peter details instead of pet@gmail.com, pet123 at yahoo.com, and also I want to change the mobile number 890 student update student record. Oops, here I got message, one message is request, go to views. See, here we forgot to add the request here, request comma, save all. Now let's go back, go to home page, is notice the Peter details is successfully updated. Let's check it again. This time I'm edit the channel details. I want to change only the mobile number 56789. Click update. See, here we got a message. Before the error was, for this message I got the error. Now we don't have any errors, so displaying the message, the student record is updated successfully. Now let's go to home page. See here 56789. Now the last one, the delete functionality. So I can switch back to the coding part, Control C. Now to delete the record, we require one more function, def student del. I'm adding request comma id. Based on the id, I want to delete the student details. Here we record here colon. So now let's declare a variable del student is an object. Now let's get the student ID. So I'm getting the student ID. Instead of writing the same line, I'm just copying and pasting here. Once I got the particular student record ID, then I'm deleting. So del student dot delete delete method. After that, once the record is deleted successfully, I want to update the table. So instead of writing to display all the records, I'm just copying this part from the student display. I'm pasting here. That's it. Let's save this file, save all, and now open urls.py comma Let's copy this one. We require the path also. This one, delete, and we require the method name stdel. Copy that one. Where it is in the URLs. Del, and this one also stdel. That's it. We have added the delete URL pattern also. Let's save this file, URLs file, and the final step in the index.html. Come to the bottom in the delete functionality. We require between double quotes slash delete 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 forward slash. Let's add this ID, and once the record is deleted, I want to display a small alert message. For that, I am using JavaScript. On click is equals to return. I am adding the confirm method between single quotes. Are you sure? We want to delete. I'm adding question mark. And this onclick event returns a confirm dialog box. So OK and cancel button. Let's save this file also. Save all. Now come to the command prompt. Let's run the server. After I run the server, now I'm reloading the browser. Now let's delete the record. I'm deleting the Peter record. Delete. Notice here I got the alert message. Are you sure you want to delete? Click OK. See the Peter record has been deleted successfully from this table. Let's check in the database also. Right now we got only one object, which is Charan. Now let's check the final output. Add student record. It redirects to the create page. Now let's add the student name. I'm adding the student name Rani r@gmail.com. Our address is 123 and Delhi, and the mobile number is 34567, and she is female. Let's insert the record. So here we got a message, the record Ronnie is saved successfully. Let's go to home page. So here we got the Ronnie details. And notice the student ID 2 we are deleted just before to insert this record. Now let's check in our database also. I'm reloading the browser. So here the object 3, which is Rani. Now let's edit the Rani details. Click edit, and the student name I am adding Rani Kumari, and she is now shifted to Bangalore. Click update student record, and here we got a message, the student record is updated successfully. Go to home page. Notice here the student name Rani Kumari, and the address has been changed from Delhi to Bangalore. Let's check in our database also. Click object 3. See here Rani Kumari 123 Bangalore. Now let's delete the Rani Kumari also. Delete. We got a message, are you sure you want to delete? If I don't want to delete, click cancel. See, it's not deleting. Now let's delete. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes, okay. The Rani has been deleted successfully. Now let's check. I'm reloading the browser, and notice it And notice the ID 3 does not exist. Perhaps it was deleted. Let's browse this table. Right now we have only one object, which is Charan. Let's delete the Charan details also. Delete. Okay. And the Charan record has been deleted successfully. Right now this student table contains 0 rows. Now when I reload this browser, notice here we got 0. That's it.